Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. We are towards the end of the 5th chapter of Tejobindu Upanishad, and there are 6 chapters in this Upanishad. So in our next sessions, we'll try to finish this Upanishad. When we study the Upanishad, we must finish ourselves. Like when we go to sleep, we disappear. There was a child and I was staying with them, and he had a great grandmother, very old. And she used to sleep in her bed. Every morning that great grandchild will get up and go and call his great grandmother. Dadima uto. And he will pull her this side. And then she will say with great difficulty something. One day it so happened that he pulled her this side and she turned, and when he put his hand on her face, Dadima, bolo na, you speak something. And her danger came out. So he started, this is not the way to sleep, put it inside. But no response. So that child went to his mother. See how Dadima is doing. So the mother came and found she is dead. So the child was told, no, Dadima, now she has gone to God's house, now she will not come. That gave such a shock to that child that very night, when we finished everything, came, he was refusing to sleep. He said, I don't want to sleep, I will die. Dadima died because she slept. He did not sleep, he didn't allow anybody to sleep. See? So, next day, they asked me, Swami, what to do? I said, you send him to me, I can sort out. Then I told him, I said, hey, you come and you see, I am sleeping. You just observe. See what happens. I slept, and after about half an hour, I again woke up. I said, see, I slept, but I didn't die. Oh, so everybody who sleeps doesn't die? I said, no. See, that fear kills us more than the actual death. A real spiritual practice is freedom from the fear of death. Then the question comes, who dies? So, keeping this question in view, this last topic of Tejobindu Upanishad talks, we have come to up to a point that everything that we experience in this world is Shasha Vishanavat, like the hair of the horns of the hare. Therefore, let us drop all that which is an imagination which is received through n number of conditions. So, 3 things we should be clear: existence, non-existence. And third, although it doesn't exist, yet it appears. This which doesn't exist and yet it appears is called an illusion. And these illusions are no problem. But when we take the illusions as a real, then the problems begin. Like we look into the mirror and we know the reflection in the mirror is not me. So we enjoy, we don't suffer. But you take a bird or a child, when they look into the mirror, they start thinking, really there is somebody. So when we take the illusions as real, samsara begins. So what is the illusion? The illusion is, I am finite, I am body, I was born, I am growing, I will have to die, I have seen many people dying. So if we follow the path of inquiry and discrimination, we come to this simple conclusion. When we see somebody dead, so what our scriptures tell, we'll go step by step. Our scriptures tell that after a person dies, the soul goes somewhere. Therefore, the phrase is dead and gone. So the body died and the soul has gone. It has not died. But this body identification is so deeply rooted that our whole life is lived only with this misunderstanding, living as the body, for the body, on everybody throughout life. There is no other way. And therefore, here the discrimination that was asked is first discover this, that Swatma Rame Swayameva Swayam Bhava Vivarjitaha Shishta Purna Swaruposi Jaswasmat Kinchan Na Pashyasi. You are complete. There is nothing lacking in you, man. There is nothing lacking in you. Now again analyze. We all experience great bliss, happiness in deep sleep. Now that happiness or bliss in the deep sleep comes from where? We have no objects to indulge. We have no people to interact. We have no property to boast. We have no degrees to claim that I am wise. And yet we are happy. Therefore we have to understand where from the happiness comes. So it is uncreated happiness. And this happiness is in the absence of everything. What remains is the real happiness. Now again, to understand this, one story I told you. I'll repeat it. One old man, a brigadier, he met me in Delhi and told, Swamiji, good news. So I kept quiet. When the old people say good news, you don't know what is coming. So he said, I have given up smoking. I said, since how long you are smoking? I have been smoking for 40 years. Now I have given up smoking. So the 40 years you smoked, did you suffer or enjoy? No, I enjoyed. Now you have given up smoking. This enjoyment of giving up smoking and that joy which you got because of smoking, if you have to compare which is the superior joy, of course, this one, when I have given up smoking. Observe this. The real joy is not in getting the things. And why we want to get the things? Because of a sense of incompleteness. And the sense of incompleteness comes from the identification with the body. So I was born on this date. Before that I was not there. Then this is my size, the space I occupied. This is my weight, this is the object that I am. And thus we limit ourselves to such a small cocoon, and thereafter we start leading the Kupa Manduk Vritti, living in a small little thing. Me, my wife, my children, get out of that. And we all get tired of that. And therefore we go to sleep. See friends, so when you thus start analyzing and learning from your own experiences, day by day, slowly you come to discover that it is only by the sheer strength of practice that we start considering ourselves to be the body. And there is no logic, there is no reason, there is no wisdom. Our whole life is only based on that. There was a child, I asked him, "Hey Gujju, what is your name?" Immediately he retorted, "I am not a Gujju." Then what are you? "I am a Lohana Kachhi." So I asked him, "Can you tie your Kachhi?" "No, mommy does it for me." Very clear. So I don't know what is a Kachhi, but I am a Kachhi. And what is Lohana? I don't know what is Lohana, but I am a Lohana Kachhi. And that goes so deep into the head that we start imagining that alone I am. See, friends, this is how, by sheer practice, we have developed this, that this body alone I am. So we are living by the body, for the body, on everybody. Friends, and we claim that we are religious people. What religion tells us? All your sufferings are because of your last life's miserable activities. Now whatever you are doing in this life, it will not get unaccounted. In the next life you will have to suffer. So what you have understood? Before this body was born, you were there. In this body you are very much there. After this body disappears, you will suffer in another body. So when did you die? That is the purpose. Then you don't have to go to hell and heaven. Wherever you go, you create your own. See, friends, a person leading a miserable life is in hell. And a person living happily, cheerfully is in heaven. See, friends, therefore, the original sin is this. This is the definition of sin. For a sin means what? Oh, today is Shravan Somar and I have taken food. Now what will happen? Nothing will happen. Evening it will come out over. What will happen? See, friends, that is our sin. The real sin is this. Anyatha santamatmanam anyatha pratipadyate. Kim tena na krutam papam chorena atma apaharina. When the scriptures talk, these words, chorena, thief, is very strong abuse. Anyatha santamatmanam, we are essentially divine. Anyatha pratipadyate, but we mistake ourselves to be the body. So when somebody else's property, we establish our ownership, we are thieves or dacoits. When things are taken without somebody's knowledge, it is called as theft. When it is taken with a gun point, it is called dacoity. We are all dacoits. We have not created the body, and yet we claim that I am the body, I am the body. See, my friends, we have to again and again insist that we cannot be the body. Now only telling will not help. Then we have to start, what are the symptoms that will help us in getting the body identification out of our system? The effects are reached or approached through the effects. The cause is approached through the effects. So when we go to the doctor, we tell the effect. These are the symptoms. From those symptoms, the doctor arrives at the cause of the disease and gives us medicine. In exactly the same way, if we are identified with the body, what are the symptoms? And if we are not identified with the body, what are the symptoms? Think. So when we are identified with the body, we all know the symptoms. We are born, we grow, and then we become old, and there is a disease and health, and one day we die. Never mind, accept it. But our problem is, we want to live as a body, but we don't want to leave the body. person was driving, NRI father was driving car in USA, wrong side, left side. So the police stopped. Why are you driving the wrong side? No, I am Indian. We in India drive like this. He said, then go back to India. See, friends, we have to be very clear. If you accept you are a body, nothing wrong. But then accept everything associated with the body. That we don't want. And therefore, we do yoga. We go to the doctor. Like, I am the universal guinea pig. All the people, they conduct all their experiments on me. And today, the biggest doctor in the world is Doctor WhatsApp. Anybody will send you anything. See? If you take this thing, you will die. Over. All the problems end. See? So, we are given so many medicines. In one place, they told me, Swamiji, you are having a throat trouble. I said, because I have throat. No, but do you take allopathy? I can give some allopathic medicine. No, because some Swamis don't take allopathy. I said, look here, I am not an advocate for any pathy. I am interested in my health. How we get lost in these non-essentials? See? So from the symptoms we reach the cause. Now what are the symptoms of body identification? First symptom is leading the body oriented lifestyle. What is the body oriented lifestyle? First of all, vegetarian food or non-vegetarian food. Many places we go, the same dumb question comes. I was in a Bengali house and they know I am a vegetarian, so I took my plate and sat. That son of that house, he came, he sat next to me and he came with chicken and fish and sat next to me. His mother got so angry. Why you got it? Oh, and all started. I said, Mama, shh, keep cool. I am not asking him to be vegetarian and he is not asking me to be non-vegetarian. Why you are disturbed? I will be disturbed if he picks up my finger and starts eating. Then I will be disturbed. Don't get lost in all these non-essentials. See? And there are styles you may be knowing or not knowing. Those who are vegetarians, they think they are superior than the non-vegetarians. See? We are not non-vegetarians. We are vegetarians. And higher degree. We are not vegetarians. We are vegans. Wow. Useless. Whole life is lived. What to eat, what to eat, what to eat. अरे दूसरा भी कुछ है. And then the second thing, what is the figure? Whole 50% of the life is spent in earning and putting on weight, and 50% life is spent in reducing and spending money. Nothing else. Therefore, we have to again and again find out then what is our lifestyle? Only body, body, body. Now see what are the consequences? Body identification. After body identification, then two things happen. Number one, possessions become our mainstay of life. Swamiji, I have got a nice bungalow in Kandala. If you want to go and stay there and stay there. Nobody goes stay there. So you go clean that thing, because when nobody stays there, you have to go and clean that whole thing. See friends, how many things we keep on collecting, possessions. And when an old man speaks about, what he talks about? Only this, our possessions. One man, a smoker, he went to the doctor and he was a chain smoker. So the doctor told, don't smoke. How many years you have been smoking? 60 years. How many cigarettes per day? All my cigarettes are imported, 555, not Indian brands. I smoke at least 1 or 2 packets a day. So much? Yes. Then he gets up. Come with me. The doctor takes the patient and shows him from the window. Do you see those 3 tall towers, 60 stories each? All those towers would have been yours if you had not smoked so much. The patient says, they are mine. Whole life living only body, body, body. Then the second thing that happens, after body identification, the second generation is all relations. Mother, father, brother, sister, husband, wife, and many more. Now just find out to yourself, who is miserable? It is always somebody is miserable. Now how this somebody is born? After body identification. Therefore, where is the highest sin? This is the sin. Anyatha santamatmanam anyatha pratipadyate. Kim tena na krutam papam? Why we are thieves chorena atma parina? Because body is created by the parents. The body doesn't listen to us. And yet I am the body. And we consider ourselves to be wise. Do you mean we should kill yourself? No, you have no right to kill somebody else's body. Those who think of a long life and those who think of committing suicide, both are buried under the same illusion that they are body. Those who want to commit suicide, they think that if the body dies, I am liberated. Those who want to live long, they think if I live long, I will be happy. So what is the base? Base is body identification. And therefore, here the teacher is distinctly and clearly telling us that idam prapancham yat kinchit jagati vidyate drishya rupam sarvam shasha vishanavat. So all these things where we are lost in this relativity is the worst kind of thing. Therefore, yesterday we have come up to the 88th verse and the final conclusion was Sarvopanishadam bhavam sarvam shasha vishanavat. So all what we have been studied, read so far is only like an illusion. How it is an illusion? What is the truth? The truth is beyond the scope of speech and mind. Yato vacho nivartante aprapya manasasa. If the truth is beyond the scope of speech and mind, why are you talking? If the truth is beyond the scope of the speech and mind, why are you understanding? So my talking and your understanding is just an illusion. See friends, we have to go deeper in our own experience. Therefore, Sarvopanishadam bhavam sarvam shasha vishanavat. Upanishad says, Satyam jnanam anantam brahma yo veda nihitam guhayam parame vyomanna so oshnute sarvan kaman saha brahmana vipaschiteti. He who has come to discover that he is Satchidananda Brahma and that is my essential nature, if this happens, what is the symptom of this experience? Saha sarvan kaman saha. All his desires stand fulfilled simultaneously. Our desires are fulfilled in a sequence, not simultaneously. Simultaneous fulfillment of desires means there are no more desires left whatsoever. And what is that to which nothing need be added and nothing can be added is only the infinite. And infinites are not many. And therefore, till such time, we are only getting lost in this. We will be only lost only in the words. Shankaracharya Bhagavan says, Shabda Jalam Maharanyam Chitta Brahmana Karanam. I was in this ISKCON temple and sitting quiet, nice bhajan kirtan going on. There also one person came and asked me this question. Swamiji, why in our Hindu religion this is like that? I said, it is like that. What can I do? I have not created. No, but see, why the other Swamis don't come to this temple? I said, you go and ask them. I have come, I do namaskar to you also along with Krishna. What more you want, tell me? No, you come, but why others don't come? I said, why you worry about others? You mind your own business. See, the real spiritual practice is not self-oriented. It is lived by us as selfish. Selfishness is samsara. Self-oriented is spiritual practice. But we do the other way around. And therefore, here, when we are free from all desires, then you have no question, no answer. Up to here, we have seen yesterday. Now, the next topic that is taken here, Dehohamiti Sankalpam Tadantak Karanam Smrutam Dehohamiti Sankalpam Mahat Samsara Uchyate Dehohamiti Sankalpa Tad Bandhanamiti Uchyate Dehoham iti sankalpa tad dukkhamiti uchyate Dehoham iti yadbhanam tadeva narakam smrutam Dehoham iti sankalpo sarva jagat vitiryate Dehoham iti sankalpaha hridaya granthi iritaha Dehoham iti yajnanam tadeva jnana uchyate Dehoham iti yajnanam tad asatbhavameva cha Dehoham iti ya buddhi sa cha avidya iti bhanyate Dehoham iti yajnanam tadeva द्वैतमुच्यते देहोहम इति संकल्पः सत्य जीव एव सः देहोहम इति यज्ञानं परिच्छिन्नमिति ऋतं देहोहम इति संकल्पो महापापमिति स्फुटं देहोहम इति यः बुद्धि तृष्णा दोषादमय किल यत्किंचित् संकल्पतापत्रमितं कामं क्रोधं बन्धनं सर्वदुःखं विश्वं दोषं कालनाना स्वरूपं यत्किंचित् इदं सर्वसंकल्पजालं तत् किंचित् इदं मानसं सौम्य विद्धि. See friends, the whole world, all our samsara has the root in body identification. If we can take this takeaway, only two takeaways. First takeaway, spiritual practice means freedom from body identification. If this is aimed at and whatever you are doing is okay. And second, the wrong notion that I am a soul in the body. There is nothing like soul. See friends, if you want to understand what is the soul, simplest, your own example I give you. Man is Paramatma, husband is Jivatma. See? Once in some European country, after my one or two talks, one elderly European asked me this question. Excuse me, Mr. Swami, yes sir, you guys don't get married? I kept quiet. Then he said, after all, happiness is not everything in life. That day I discovered that there are two types of people in this world. Those who are married and those who are happy. So man is Paramatma, he is happy, husband is Jivatma, he is miserable. Now tell me, out of the man, can you separate out the husband? You may say no, but I can. This also I learned from you people only. You are all my guru. I learned from every one of you. See? One boy asked me this question. Swamiji, I am your fan and all the thing, then I want to ask you a question. Yes. I said, before you ask question, I want to ask you a question. Yes, Swamiji. I said, are you married? He said, no, my face is like that. That day I discovered a married man's face is different. And this was further, I used this wisdom from you people when in USA, one white person asked this question. Why you Indian Hindus, ladies, they put on a .com on the forehead? What is the reason? The gents don't put on. I said, because when the girl or the lady has put on a .com on her forehead, your chance has gone. Now don't try after her. It's a gone case. But what about the man? I said, there is no need. From the face you can know, oh, got married. There is not a glow, there is a blow on the face. So these two things, body identification and the notion that I am a jiva. Now when my wife died, what happened to me, the husband, where he has gone? Because when my wife died, I cannot be husband. So where he has gone? Has he gone in search of another wife? No. He has gone nowhere because he exists nowhere. These non-existing entities, they are becoming miserable. What can you help them? If you have studied Vedanta, understood, digested, assimilated, I guarantee you, you will be left with no questions. Like, for a sapling to grow, you require a seed. Earth is there, but if there is no seed, there cannot be any plant. And we don't call it is a earth's plant. This is earth's plant, this is earth's plant. No. We say this is a mango tree, this is a tomato, this is a chili, because seeds are at the root. Exactly. Every thought erupts from the seed of somebody. And how that somebody is born? After body identification. And this somebody is miserable. See? So what is the misery? Husband wants that wife should understand him. If she understands, she will never marry you. See, friends. But we are unable to change our standpoint. And then people come, Swamiji, please give me some puja so I can make her understand me. I said, where Bhagwan Ram failed, you are a Jagjivan Ram. Do you think anybody is going to listen to you? Therefore, friends, we all have to play. Now, how to come out of it? A very simple method. We all have to play different roles in our life. Play your role perfectly. But don't get entangled in that role. One story I had told. One thing makes me happy that you all forget, therefore I can repeat it. There was one actor, he was expert in having the role of Rana Pratap. Great expert. And he conducted not 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but more than a few hundred, 700, 800 shows in that drama. So every day after the drama is over, then he will go to the green room. The boy in the green room, Rana Pratap, utar, and give me. And he will pack it properly, put a lock, label, Rana Pratap packed. One day, as usual, Rana Pratap came. And that boy, hey Rana Pratap, jaldi kare, I had to go. Rana Pratap got angry. You one. You talk like this to Rana Pratap? And he walked away of the theatre. And he came across a bus. He stopped. Rana Pratap thought bus has come for him. Who thinks? Husband thinks, man doesn't think. Then Rana Pratap got into the bus. In the bus, conductor, ticket. Rana Pratap को ticket मांगता है पटाट. The driver saw. Then he told, don't worry. And in the deep forest at midnight, 2 o'clock, suddenly the bus stopped. Again Rana Pratap Uvacha. What happened? The driver said, Chittorgarh. And Rana Pratap got out of the bus and went in the deep forest, and the bus went away. And the Rana Pratap is moving in the deep Chittorgarh. We are all the same. Chittorgarh, Chitta Todagarh. Frustrated. Get out of the Chittorgarh. See, friends, one day only you have to recognize this. Bhagavan says in Gita, Stitva Syam Antakalepi Brahma Nirvana Mruchati. This practice is not like yoga. You keep on repeating every day the same thing. No, only once in a lifetime. There is no fear thereafter. Because it is not created. It is our essential nature. See, friends. And therefore, everything that dehoham iti sankalpa tat antakaranam smrutam, one by one we will take. When we say that my mind is disturbed, please tell what is the mind. Mind is aham. In the deep sleep, who are you? Nobody. Because in deep sleep, mind is, but it is not identified with the body. And therefore, life is maintained in the deep sleep. Blood circulation continues, the hair grow, nails grow, everything continues because the mind is still there. But the mind is not identified with a particular body. And again, what is the waking experience? Again, the mind gets identified with the particular body and I is born. Whenever you wake up from the sleep, just try to practice this. The moment your sleep is over, find out what is the first experience you have. You will have an experience of our being awareness. Hey, where I am? This happens to me every time. I keep on moving. Therefore, when I go to sleep, I switch on the light and sleep. And there also question, Swamiji, why do you keep the lights on when you sleep? I said, then I can see the dreams better. Because every time the house is different, I don't know where is the bathroom, I don't know where is the other room. So when the lights, at least I can see. Because in deep sleep, you are nowhere, you are never, you are nobody, and therefore you are happy. See? Therefore, what is the antakarana, the mind? Mind is nothing but this aham, then dehoham iti sankalpa, mahat samsara uchyate. Another thing. Where from the world becomes, who created the world? You created the world. In God's creation, there are no miseries. In our creation, there is nothing but miseries. God created a woman. Out of that woman, father created a daughter. The husband created a wife. The son created a mother. And who is miserable? This daughter, wife, and the mother. Where are these three? These are all only after body identification. Therefore, dehohamiti sankalpa mahad samsara uchyate. The other day, when I was in US, one of my amma, she told me, Swamiji, I have complained against you. I said, I don't care. But I have to. I said, say, I have seen you. When you were young, you used to play with the kids and all that. Now my children are there. You don't play with them. I said, look here. That is the reason I don't want to come to you. How many times will I listen about your child? Oh, my daughter is like that, my son is like that. Is it a Ramayana or what? There is something much more. See, friends, how we don't get disgusted with the same thing. One Dadaji told me this. That time I said, now Bhagwan's Leela is complete. He said, Swamiji, have you seen Sri Krishna serial? I said, no, I have seen the original. Why see the serial? He said, no, whenever I see that Sri Krishna serial and I see that Bhagwan Krishna, Bala Krishna, I am reminded of my grandson. By looking at your useless grandson, you should think about Bhagwan Krishna. You are doing the other way around. See, friends, how much we are lost in this world. And then only complains. What is the cause? Cause is this. Dehoam iti sankalpa tat bandhanam iti uchyate. That is the bondage. And therefore, our whole life only goes on maintaining the body, maintaining the body, maintaining the body. See, friends, death is such a beautiful thing. Throw away the old clothes. What are the signs of an old person? Go and see the movie. 102 not out. Keep on holding on to the old things, That shawl. No, that shawl, when we went for the first honeymoon, acha, you had second also. In Kashmir, and the shawl was given, so we were always together in this shawl. But now she has died because of you. You were boring her too much. See, friends, all the problems are born only after body identification. Deho amiti sankalpa tad dukkham iti uchyate. Misery is nothing but body identification. Body has no problem. Mind has no problem. But when the mind gets identified with the body, the problem begins. See? How simple it is. How the body has no problem. When you get somewhere something, a local anesthesia is given to perform the operation. You can see the things happening to your toe after the local anesthesia. And then they cut and then the blood comes out, they take out what is to be taken out, then they stitch and you see that. I am telling you my experience. That time I felt I have become a great yogi. See, he is cutting my toe, but I have no pain. Aha, great yogi. After the anesthesia died, oh God, again. Then what was happening? During the operation, the toe was in meditation, chemical meditation. The moment the mind entered there, the pain is felt. So what we have to learn? Where are all the experiences? They are not in the mind, they are not in the body. But when the mind gets identified with the body, the samsara begins, the dukkha begins. This identification is only one way to get out of it. There is no second way. What is that? When we recognize the illusion as an illusion, that is the only way to get out of illusion. See? But when we recognize the illusion as real, we are caught up in our own foolishness. See, friends, therefore many people who do upasana, puja, they are so much lost in that, they don't want to get out of it. See, I remember there was one lady, and I don't think they are there now, must be very old or died also. So I went to their house for food or whatever, and they had only one son. So after my food was over, and he said, Swamiji, I will drop you up to the taxi stand. I said, come, no problem. So he came with me. He said, Swamiji, you are spiritual? I said, yes. Then what can I do? My mother is also spiritual. I said, you are lucky. He said, no, I hate spirituality. I said, why? What happened? I am the only son. Therefore, I am not allowed to ride a motorcycle. I am the only son. If I tell I am coming at 7 o'clock, and if I happen to come at 8 o'clock, all the gods that we have in our house, they are all put in a bucket and they are told, do kumbhak. Unless my son comes, I will not take you out. See, and then for next 1 month, I will stop taking salt. I will stop taking this. I will take only one meal. He said, we all in our house are fed up of her. This is spiritual life. See, friends, we claim to be the devotees of the Lord. Who is the devotee? Yogakshemam vahamyam. We believe in their useless LIC. We don't accept Bhagavan Sri Krishna. Ananya chintayanto mam ye jana paryupasate tesham nityabhiyuktanam yogakshemam vahamyam. The yogakshemam vahamyam is from Bhagavad Gita. That we don't accept. It's only because of body identification. Therefore, the parents become too possessive of their children and everyone, and they suffer. So, dehoham iti yad bhanam tad eva narakam smrutam. Yesterday I told you, in Sanskrit language, ka is a suffix which can be added to a word without any change in the meaning, just to make the meter. Like bala means a child. Add ka, balaka is a child. Similarly, nara, naraka. Tell me what comes out of our body which we like to talk in public. Open any hole other than the filth, nothing else comes out. And how much we are living whole life. See, friends, if you go to somebody's house early morning and if that person has to come out of the sleep, he say, okay, please sit down, I'll go to ashram. Why? Because all the filth is coming out. See, friends, therefore, dehoham idyat bhanam tadeva narakam smrutam. Therefore, we have to get out of this body identification. So how to get out of it? I told you a simple technique. We all have to play different roles. Play your role perfectly well. Don't get involved beyond limits. Don't create unwanted relations in this world. One day one lady asked me this question, Swamiji, you make always fun of everybody, but don't make fun of me. I said, there is no need, Amma, you are self-sufficient. Then she said, I love you so much, I always get confused. What should I call you? Should I call you my brother? Should I call you my father? Should I call you my grandfather? What should I call you? I said, प्यार को प्यार ही रहने दो, रिश्तों के नाम न दो. See, friends, don't create unwanted relations in this world. See? But it is not among the grahasthas. Babaji's like also do the same thing. She is my Guru Bahan. She is my Guru Bhai, he is my Guru Bhai, he is my Chacha Guru, he is Mama Guru, he is my Guru wife. I don't know if this is Guru wife or not. Useless. There is no meaning to that. You have given up everything and you hold on to these relations. See, one wise man I came across, I went to his house, so calm and quiet and full of wit and humor. So when I was living in their house, and I said, okay, Mama, thank you very much for everything. And as the lady, she started crying, Swamiji, you are telling me, Mama, why are you going? So I said, ask your husband. Then he said, look here, he who has given his original mother, do you think he will hold on to the adopted mother? Don't create relations and get tied down in this world. आकाश से टपके खजूर पे लटके. You leave your everything and then hold on to Guru and chipko. The real Guru is the one who doesn't allow anybody to come around him. You discover freedom. See, friends, it is so important that real spiritual practice is getting rid of this body identification. Then, Deho ham iti sankalpo jagat sarvam iti riyate. What is the whole world? Your world begins from your body identification. Your world ends the moment body identification is over. In deep sleep, when there is no body identification, where are we, what are we, when are we, how are we? Nothing. Reflect in these lines. Then by God's grace, one day you will come to discover that we have been leading the so-called religious spiritual life was totally wrong. That is one of the reasons many people are afraid of going to satsang. There used to be one lady used to come for lectures, and one day her husband was driving me for a breakfast to their house. So he was driving the car, she was driving him, and both of them were driving me crazy. We were going. And then she said, Swamiji, there are some people who are very good, but they don't like to go to satsang. What is the reason? As you asked them, immediately husband said, Swamiji, कंधा आपका है, गोली मेरे पर चल रही है. Then he said, it is true. I go to coffee house and drop her for your lecture, I go to coffee house. I have never compelled her to come to coffee house. Why she should compel me to come to your satsang? I said, you are right. You should not come. Then he said, look here, Swami also agrees. Then he himself said, Swamiji, what is the reason? I love you, I like you, I do so many things for you, but why I don't want to come for satsang? What is preventing me? I myself don't know. Then I told him, I'll tell you, whether you like or not like, I'll tell you the truth. He said, yes. I said, we are all leading our whole life with wrong notions. When you come to satsanga, your wrong notions are hammered and destroyed. Then a question comes, oh God, that means my whole life I was leading a wrong life. Then who wants to accept? And therefore, like a cat drinking the milk with the closed eyes, so that others should not see, exactly the same way. I don't go to the satsang and all that. All useless people go. I go to play football, or I go and do the Sama Seva. What Sama Seva? Sama Seva is nothing. NGO, non-godly organizations. What is that? imposition of our views on others. See, friends. And therefore, here the teacher says, Dehohamiti Sankalpa Jagat Sarvam Iti. This is what the world is. And the second reading, Dehohamiti Sankalpa Hrudaya Granthi Iritaha. Hrudaya Granthi, a knot. A knot is a knot which is not, but which is very naughty, is the Hrudaya Granthi. Now, what is the Hrudaya Granthi? A knot? Three things put together. If you take a simple handkerchief, open it fully, and hit somebody, it won't hurt. But if you make a knot at the end of the and hit somebody, it hurts. So is the knot something other than the cloth? No. Exactly the same way. Hrudaya Granthi means avidya, kama, karma. Three things put together. Avidya, incomplete understanding about ourselves. As a result, kama, a desire sprouts in our mind. And when we come under the influence of the desire, you are bound to get involved into activity. So avidya, kama, karma, these three things put together is called as Hrudaya Granthi. And therefore, when I consider myself to be the body, I am limited. Then, because of that, to remove the limitation, I desire. And the desire to fulfill, I act. Whole life is spent only in this. Do this thing, earn this thing, spend this thing, no end to it. Therefore, Dehohamiti Sankalpaha Hrudaya Granthi Iritaha Dehohamiti Ajnanam Tadeva Ajnanam Uchyate. This is a very important point. Ajnana or ignorance does not mean absence of knowledge. I am body is not a problem. Only this body I am and that body I am not, the problems begin. See, friends, this is ajnana, apurna jnanam. On what count we say that this body I am and that body I am not? What is the difference between the two bodies? This body you are not created, as much that body you are not created. So one body you say you are, other body you say you are not, and therefore you suffer. Either accept everybody or don't get locked up in one body. See, friends, tadeva jnanam uchyate dehoamiti ajnanam tad asad bhavam evacha. And this is what is called as the wrong understanding, asad bhava. I am the body, I am the body. It has no value, no meaning. And if you really digest this statement, I cannot be the body, you will never think of writing your autobiography. Autobiography of whom? I was born on 31st of April. Then what happened? Then I started growing vertically. Then ceiling hit me. Then I didn't give up, started growing horizontally. See, friends, all the time talking body, 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 body. See, friends, then I became this, I became that. Therefore, if we really mean spiritual practice, work only on this principle. And if we are working on this principle, then all these points will help us. So what will you know? This point here is that asat bhava mecha. Now find out which body I am. The childhood body, or teenage body, or middle-aged body, or old-age body, which body you are. So many bodies have come and gone. See, the more you are holding on to yourself, all these body identification problems will disappear. Dehohamiti ya buddhi sacha avidya iti mandhyate. And therefore, ignorance, wrong notion is called as this dehohamiti buddhi. This notion that I am the body is called as the wrong notion. It cannot be the body. Therefore, these two things work only on this. Rest of the things are useless. See? Like when we take food, there will be so many things. They will be giving, some places they give too many things and I get confused. Simple chawal dal is enough. No. This chutney, that chutney, and this chutney, and then this papad, and this parsan, and this dhokla and pokla, and all kinds of things. And main chapati rice doesn't come. You keep on waiting. Come on, get main thing. See? The other day I was coming from where? Sao Paulo to South Africa, Johannesburg. So when they were giving food, and they give first starter, I said, hey Amma, get me directly the main course. All rubbish, all first thing comes. Then by that your Madhya Pradesh is full. What can you eat? See? Exactly. The main course of spirituality is get rid of body identification. There is no option. Before the body drops us, we have to drop the body. This is the message of Srimad Bhagavad Mahapuran. One person asked me this question, Swamiji, after even having heard Bhagavad directly from Shukdevji Maharaj, ultimately that Takshaka came and he gave a nice strong bite to Parikshitji and Parikshitji died. So what is the use of? I said, there is no use, don't listen. No, I don't mean that, but what is the meaning? I said, do you know? Before listening to the satsang, Parikshit had a notion that he is a body, he is a king. After he heard the whole of Bhagavad Mahapuran, he was fully convinced and he was living through the body and he was no more living as the body. For him, it is the dead body that was killed. See, friends, whatever topic, whatever path you take, ultimately it boils down to this. Therefore, Dehohamiti jnanam tadeva advaitam uchyate. So whenever I consider myself to be the body, immediately other than the body, the duality comes. And the moment the otherness comes in our knowledge, 3-4 things happen. Number 1, fear. Number 2, desire. Number 3, anger. Number 4, greed. Only when we recognize something is other than me. You can never have desire for yourself. Desire is always for something or somebody other than you. Therefore, Dehohamiti sankalpa satya jiva sa evahi. So what is the jiva? Jiva is this. The notion that I am the body is the jiva. Now be very attentive. Who is a husband? Man expressing through the limitations of the wife plus the limited expression of the infinite man, these 3 facts put together is called as husband. What is a reflection in the mirror? Our face plus the mirror plus our reflection in the mirror, these 3 things put together is called as reflection. You cannot talk about reflection without the mirror and our own face. And when the mirror is taken away, will the reflection go with the mirror? And if the mirror taken away, will we cry, oh God, such a lovely reflection has gone? No. And will we find out? Anyway, let me find out where the reflection must have gone. This is what exactly the birds do. You must have seen in your own houses. Sometimes the bird stands in front of the mirror and sees there is somebody and keeps on fighting and breaking and goes behind the mirror. What is that? What is that? Who has come? Where is he going? He may do anything. What the bird can do, he will do yoga. And open the eyes. Oh, he's still there. Okay, let me do pranayama. And again open. Oh, still there. Let me do charity. ATG certificate. So he's still there. Oh God, I don't know. Okay, let me do the japa. Om Nishya, Om Nishya, Om Nishya, Om Nishya. Oh, Om Nishya, still there. Oh God, let me break that mirror. He may do anything. Reflection will not disappear. In the same manner, if you want to be happy as a husband, only one way. No, it is just a drama that you are playing. That's it. Don't take wife seriously. Take her lightly. But if she is heavy, then these are the problems of life. See, friends. Therefore, dehoham iti sankalpa, that alone is called as the jiva. Dehoham iti yajnanam, parichinnam iti ritam. So the incompleteness in the knowledge is only because of this body identification. Dehoham iti sankalpaha, mahapapam iti smrutam. Now see, right in the beginning I told you. Mahapapa, the worst kind of sin that we are all carrying is this notion that I am body. Mahapapa. And therefore our whole life is only lived for the body, body, body. You will see all the things that happen in this world. Corruption, then nepotism, and every kind of thing. Maintaining the figure, wanting to live long. Everything is only around one thing, body identification. Therefore, dehohamitiya buddhi trishna dosha mayakkila. And because of this, the desire, trishna will never end. And sankalpa tapatrayamiti ritam. And therefore, all the problems, body problem, mind problem, or religious problem, all of them are only around the body identification. See? Kamam, krodham, bandhanam, sarva dukkham, vishvam dosham, kalanana swarupam, yat kinchidyan sarva sankalpajalam, tadetat idam manasam saumya viddhi. After we have finished this body business, now come to the mind. Kama, krodha, bandhana, sarva dukkham, desire, anger, bondage, all miseries, all the worldly horrible things, and kala nana swarupam, it is Satya Yuga, then Treta Yuga, and then Kali Yuga and Dwapar Yuga. All this is only imagination of mind. Now tell me, we all say, this is Kali Yuga. What is the reference? Were you and me there in the earlier Yuga? Today is Sunday. What is the basis? On what ground we say it is Sunday? No, because yesterday it was Saturday. No, yesterday also it was not Saturday. Many times it happens. When you take a flight within USA, you fly for 2 hours. Leave at 7 o'clock and reach at 7 o'clock. How it happens? No, it's a time zone. All imaginations. It has no meaning. Yat kinchir idam sarva sankalpa jalam is only the question of only imagination, mind, sankalpa, tade that idam manasam somme viddhi. Therefore, oh my dear child, understand this is all only the mental hallucinations. See how the time is understood. Those of you who have come here of your own choice, you will be enjoying. Those of you who are tied down with a rope and brought over here, Oh God, समझ खत्म ही नहीं हो रहे. It's getting hotter and hotter. It's all only the mind's play. Mana eva, therefore, mana eva jagat sarvam, mana eva maharipuhu, mana eva hi samsaro, mana eva jagatrayam. Be attentive. We go through 4 experiences: waking, dream, deep sleep, and samadhi. These 4 put together are referred in this text as mana or the mind. The waking experience is lived by the intellect, which is a logic dominant. Everything, why? Dream is mind dominant. It's all chaos and confusion. Deep sleep is ahankar dominant. And because of that, in the deep sleep, our body doesn't get disintegrated. Ahankar is not ego. Ahankar is the principle because of which all the 5 elements remain together and the body is maintained alive. That principle is called as ahankar. And samadhi is because of the chitta, which is the memory stock. So the experiences do not belong to me, the pure consciousness, but it belongs to the buddhi, the mind, and ahankar and the chitta. Exactly the same way. It is the son who is miserable because of the father. It is the husband who is miserable because of the wife. It is the father who is miserable because of the son. The man is not miserable. And where are these people? They are only in the mind. With this understanding, when we lead our day-to-day life, we will be living a perfect life, and yet we'll never get entangled in this life. Therefore, mana eva jagat sarvam, mana eva maharipuhu. Our worst enemy is somebody there, their own mind. In the old age, people suffer maximum never because of others. They suffer exclusively because of themselves. They have no problem. Health is okay, money-wise no problem. There is nothing that is lacking, and yet, जाऊं तो जाऊं कहाँ बाढ़ में जाऊं. Where from that misery comes? Because the mind is making us dance. See? Therefore, mana eva hi samsaraha. And then what the mind does to seek attention, starts pretending, behaving, I am very unfortunate, I am very miserable. Then the people will come, Mauji, kya ho gaya? Beta, what is there to happen? Did anybody insult you? Who respects me? I am just like a furniture in this house. मरते भी नहीं ना. Such people are very strong ego. The signs of God realization, you are happy over silly things. Our is a different question. One day, one Guptaji came to me. So I asked him, hey Guptaji, how come you are happy today? What happened? If he is miserable, we will never ask him this question. Because miserable is the standard. But someday, by mistake, he is happy. Hurry, come. What happened? See, friends. Therefore, mana eva hi samsaraha, mana eva jagatrayam, mana eva mahad dukkham, mana eva jaradikam. Mind only talks about the old body. Who cares? See? And then, mana eva hi kalascha, mana eva hi malam tatha. Mind alone is the principle of time. Mind. See? If your mind is cheerful and happy, aha. पता ही नहीं चला स्वामी जी जिंदगी कैसे कट गई. हमने कहा महाराज जिंदगी तो कट गई, शामें नहीं कटती. देखो Because the mind is a problem. Mana eva kalascha, mana eva malam tatha, mana eva hi sankalpaha, mana eva hi jivakaha. The mind alone is the thought, mind alone is the jiva, mind alone is the chitta, ahankar, bandha, moksha, everything, bhumi, all the five great elements, everything is nothing but mind, mind, mind. See, स्पर्श रूपम रसंगंधम कोशा पंच मनोभवाः जागृत स्वप्न सुषुप्ति आदि मनोमयमिति ऋतम. This principle I told you, if you can just become very cool and try to live that knowledge. Eyes are the cause because of which all the colors and forms are seen. Colors and forms cannot exist if there is no vision. Then vision has no color, no form, no shape. This colorless, formless, shapeless vision eliminates all colors and shapes and forms. Therefore, vision is the cause, colors and forms are the effect. Hearing ability is the cause, sounds are the effect. The vision is the cause and it is the modification is the effect. Exactly the same way. Mind is the cause and sense organs and organs of action are the effects. Mind is subtle, sense organs are gross. Similarly, life is subtle, mind is gross. Similarly, absolute is one and that is the ultimate. So I alone is expressing as everything. Mai eva sakalam jatam, mai sarvam pratishtitam, mai sarvam layam yati, tad brahmadvayam asmeham. That infinite reality is my essential nature. Therefore, Dikpalo Vasordra Adityascha Manomaya Jadam Drishyam Dvandvajatam Ajnanam Manasam Sutam Sankalpameva Yat Kinchit Tattan Nasti Nishchinu Nasti Nasti Jagat Sarvam Guru Shishadikam Nahi. The ultimate. Therefore, everything is only the mind and whatever is authenticated by the mind is an illusion. Now take a simple example. Now tell me, where are you experiencing me? Inside you or outside you? Think twice. There are two parties, inside, outside. Do you know why these answers come? Because the illusion of inside and outside is still holding on. The space is inside the hall or outside the hall? The hall is in the space. The body is in the mind. Mind is not in the body. See, friends, therefore, sankalpameva yatkinchit tannasti nishchiru. All that is perceived through any means of knowledge is not real. And therefore, when we know about our being, how do you know that you are? Is it through the sense organs? Is it through the organs of action? Is it through the mind? No. Our being does not demand any authority of knowledge. This is the ultimate. Therefore, sankalpeva yat kinchit tad nasti iti nishchinu, nasti nasti jagat sarvam, and ultimately, guru shishya dikam nahi. Don't get caught up in this guru shishya. You'll destroy yourself. Let the external guru manifest in you by the ability to learn from every passing experience of our life. If this happens, then we have understood and completed the 5th chapter of Tejobindu Upanishad, And with this we conclude. Next time, God willing, we'll take the 6th chapter. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnaat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.